Welcome back to this analysis of what the teams have done with their retentions. You've seen what I thought about the first five. Now, what about the next five? There's two teams in there that would have looked at their retentions very, very closely. There's one that's gone and thrown the cat among the pigeons. So much to look forward to in this one. I'll start with the team I'm a little bit surprised by, Rajasthan Royals. On to the most baffling retention. Well, a couple of them baffle me, but certainly Rajasthan Royals. Now, Sanju Samson, yes. Yashasvi Jaiswal, yes. Rian Parag, yes. Now, in our retention blog, we said, what do they do beyond that? Now, they felt the need for that left-handed middle order hitter. They like Shimron Hetmeyer, but they've gone and broken the band with 11 crores for Shimron Hetmeyer, and they've picked Dhruv Jurel. Now, let's look at that retention a little bit more carefully because they already have a wicketkeeper in Sanju Samson. Now, what are they going to do with Dhruv Jurel? Have they picked him as a batter and as someone who can keep wickets if required? Oh, this is a huge call. Now, he's much younger. I don't know if this is a sign of them saying, look, maybe in 3 years from now, we don't know where Sanju will be. So we're getting Dhruv Jurel ready. But what it tells me is Samson, Yashasvi, Parag, are they going to make Jurel their 3? Or with Hetmeyer at 5, are they going to make Jurel their big finisher? I don't see the need to pay that kind of money for Jurel at 6. So I foresee a very big role for Jurel. But of all the retentions and the Sandeep Sharma in there that we talked about earlier, the story is about who's not there. You think of players and you think of clubs. You think of Jos Buttler, and even though he was at MI, you think Buttler, you think Rajasthan Royals. Now, something's gone wrong there. I heard that they were a little unhappy that he didn't stay on after they had qualified. Maybe that was an agreement. I don't know. That's flying kites. I do not know the facts and not getting there. Maybe they think he's a little injury prone. Maybe they think he's coming to the end. Maybe then they'll go for him hard in the auction. But let's see what they've got eventually as retentions. So as you look down that list, the first thing that strikes you is no RTMs left. And if there's no RTMs left, you're going to have to buy Buttler in the open market, go out and fight with everybody else. But why did I say RR was baffling? It's because their success was built around bowling, around Bolt, around Avesh, around Chahal, to a slightly lesser extent, but a more crucial extent, around Ravichandran Ashwin and Sandeep Sharma. They've only got one of them back. They've got to rebuild the bowling side. And what it tells me through this whole retention process is teams are packing up on batters because they think that there's going to be a glut of bowlers and they can get the bowlers that they want. But RR, very interesting. There's a lot of teams that will want Bowl. There's a lot of teams that will want Avesh. And there's a lot of teams that will want Chahal. So watch out for that in the auction. Slow-key team around the retentions was Gujarat Lions. There's hardly any talk around what they're going to do. First of all, big box ticked by keeping Rashid Khan. I think Rashid Khan wanted to be the number one retention, 18 crores. They've got Rashid Khan at 18. It means Shubman Gill maybe down a little bit at 16.5. They could have gone with Shubman Gill for 18 as well. That would have been 4 retentions. But they've done well to keep Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan. I rate Sai Sudarshan very high. And Gill and Sai Sudarshan will be a very good opening combo. And then they've got the 2 uncapped players. One of them, absolute no-brainer, Tewatia. Whether he's agreed to go from 9 to 4. That is interesting in itself. But they've gone with Shah Rukh, and that surprises me a little bit. Every year there's a lot of talk about Shah Rukh. I don't think he's delivered to that extent. I'm not sure it would have gone for huge money in a large auction, in a small auction maybe. But obviously they like Shah Rukh very much, and that means they've got 1 RTM left. Will they use that on David Miller? Will they use that on someone like Noor and keep the bowling going? Or Mohammad Shami? Or are they worried about Mohammad Shami? That's another big name that's not in the auction. Are they worried about Shami's fitness? And I think that could be the big call. Otherwise, Shami is an absolute no-brainer. Right, let's move on then to LSG. What have LSG done here? They've let KL Rahul go. I think that was an open secret too. And they've given Puran a big purse. But the first thing that strikes me there, no Marcus Stoinis. You know what happened in Australia? The moment Cameron Green came, Marcus Stoinis' game went up like that. He can open the batting, he can finish, he can bowl in the power play, he can bowl a hard ball in the middle, occasionally back at the end. He is your perfect franchise T20 cricketer, Marcus Stoinis. Let Stoinis go now. Can they look at RTM? Let's see who they've retained there. So they've gone with Bishnoi. It's a big reward for Bishnoi and Mayank Yadav. Yes, you want to keep Mayank Yadav, but they've also kept Mohsin Khan. Now look what happens there with Mayank Yadav and Mohsin Khan. Two very fine bowlers. Both of them fit, firing, excellent. You can't ask for more. But two very injury-prone bowlers. If Mayank injured, Mohsin injured, you're in big trouble. So LSG there, bit of a gamble. If things work out, very good. If things don't, they're in trouble. But I still think they should have retained Marcus Stoinis in there. They've got a very decent purse now. Maybe they'll buy back Stoinis. Maybe they'll use an RTM card for Stoinis. Punjab Kings, all you Punjab Kings fans, who are you supporting as a Punjab Kings player? Were you supporting KL Rahul over these years? You were supporting Arshdeep Singh. You were supporting Liam Livingstone. You had Kagiso Rabada. Now suddenly everybody is gone. And once again, you have no idea who's going to play for you. Shashank Singh, yes, very good. They've got two uncapped retention. Prabhsimran Singh, very good as well. But what strikes you first about this Punjab Kings decision? No Arshdeep Singh. A lot of franchises will pay big money for Arshdeep Singh. Now, what are Punjab thinking? Let's try and understand. Did they think that they could buy back Arshdeep for less than 18, maybe use an RTM card if required, but can they buy him back for less than 18? Or did Arshdeep want a little bit more money and that negotiations broke down there? Or did they just say, we'll go wide open? But I think Arshdeep Singh is a big loss for Punjab Kings, but expect under-punting. And if, as I said a little earlier, what we're hearing is true, Steve Smith is captain, expect them to build a team. That's something Ricky Ponting is very good at doing. So expect Punjab, as usual, to go into the auction, clear the pitch for everybody else, but expect there to be a very good plan with the Punjab Kings this time. Which brings us to KKR, the most difficult of all. Now, here's something interesting. KKR was the one team that wanted the maximum retentions, but they wanted the maximum RTM cards. They were the team that said, find the real value of a player and go and discover that in the market using RTMs. They wanted 8 players. You could see why they wanted 8 players. Now, they are the team that's gone and retained all 6. And it was such a difficult choice because the moment you as KKR fans, you look at that, and you say, oh dear, Venkatesh Iyer, he was so good for us towards the end as well last year. No start there, that I can understand. He cost a lot of money. He was very good in the playoffs, in the big games, but not a lot right through the season. No, Phil Salt. Salt and Narayan were the partnership that set the IPL alight. And Salt, in many ways, was the puller in that partnership. I know that Sunil Narayan did very well, but Salt was the puller, and there's no Salt. They've gone back to that tried and tested Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan. You can understand that. I believe there's talk about whether or not to retain Russell. It's a no-brainer in my book. It's only a question of what valued him at and what he wanted. So Russell and Narayan, there's absolutely no-brainer there. Very happy with the amount they've paid Varun Chakravarti because quietly he's been a big performer for them. And I see him, if he continues with this form, being a lead spinner for India as well. So you've got, so those are the retentions. So you've got Sunil Narayan, you've got Andre Russell, you've got Varun Chakravarti, and they've gone with the uncapped combo of Ramandeep Singh and Harshit Rana. To me, that was not difficult because Ramandeep has grown rapidly. But the fact that they chose to leave out to take Ramandeep and leave out Venkatesh Iyer tells me there's a big role being planned for Ramandeep, Harshit Rana. Fantastic. Just the fact that your uncapped fell into their ranks, and fantastic with Rinku Singh. The players like Rinku Singh always bring a smile to your lips, and you think Rinku Singh 13 crores, very well done, Rinku Singh. So KKR will look at that retention and think it's bittersweet. They look at it and say, yes, we got most of the people we wanted, but we let go so many of the people we wanted and we don't have a big purse to go back in. So there you are. Those are my thoughts on the retention. Longish blog this, but what this means now is that the auction is going to be so interesting because there's so many players not retained you expect will get a very big purse. But also watch out as soon as you get to see the order in which the players come, because now I think that is the most crucial aspect. That is something the teams will be poring over. There you are. That much for the IPL. There's a World Test Championship as well to qualify for it and there in between. So thank you for watching and do subscribe to this channel.